What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another game recap, this time for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Detroit Red Wings for November 27th, 2019. This one just wrapped up, and of course, the Leafs stomped the Red Wings tonight, but a few things to note. Hopefully, Jimmy Howard is okay. He left the game early because of an apparent leg injury, it looked like. And, he wasn't playing too bad. His team was getting shelled. He let in a couple goals that he probably would like to have back, but then he got injured, so hoping the best for Jimmy Howard. And then former Leaf Jonathan Bernier was really sick, and he wasn't even dressed for this game. He was the backup goaltender. I really wish that they would have called up somebody from Grand Rapids. I believe that's still their minor league team, but maybe before the game, instead of making Bernier even show up, the poor guy apparently had some flu-like symptoms, and he got rocked with a bunch of shots tonight, and I think he played good, so hats off to Jonathan Bernier. He's my personal first star of the game because he came in there and did a decent job for Detroit, even though some goals went in, but he was really sick, so good on him to get in there and play the rest of the game. Red Wings fans, I'm sure you guys are probably praising Bernier because that guy was a warrior tonight. He faced a lot of shots, and like I said, hopefully Howard is okay. Howard technically takes the loss tonight, so he's 2-11 on the year. Freddie improves to 12-5 with the shutout. Good for him. Sheldon Keefe said the boys had to get one back for him after that game in Arizona when a goal went in late. That one really stung. When I was watching that, I'm like, oh my god, Arizona's about to score, aren't they? And then they did. But this time, Freddie Anderson was able to grab the shutout. But 6-0, the shots were 54-25. The Leafs had 40 shots after two periods, and they didn't stop there. They're almost getting to 60 shots tonight. Insane. They looked really good. They're 3-0 with Sheldon Keefe as the head coach. They're playing run-and-gun hockey. They're playing way more loose. Oh, and it looks like Sportsnet gave Jonathan Bernier the third star of the game. He had 37 saves. Wow. Freddie got the second star with 25. Janssen the first star, 2 goals and an assist. But wow, again, getting back to it, they're 3-0 under Sheldon Keefe. They're just playing free. They're just playing a little bit more loose. They're having a bit more fun out there. You can see all the smiles and stuff like that. And that's sometimes all it takes is the right coach to get in there and just play to the strengths. And that they just score a bunch of goals. So 3 goals in the first, 3 goals in the second. Recapping the goals real quick. Dermott's first one went in off of a skate, although it still counts. His second from Mikheyev and Tavares. Then Tyson Barrie scored his third goal in as many games. 3 goals in 3 games under Sheldon Keefe. He looks real good, assisted by Freddie Gauthier and Timashov. That one was a bit of a floater. It got deflected a little bit too. John Tavares scored. He ripped one, and this is when Howard got injured. His 7th, assisted by Barrie and Mikheyev. So Mikheyev with a couple points, Tavares with a couple points, Barrie with a couple points. So he's really starting to pour on the points. Then William Nylander scored his 9th of the season from Riley and Janssen. This was a real nice one. Willie batted it out of midair and then hit it again for it to be a goal. Willie, I think, now has 21 points in 26 games. So I mean, he's playing good, guys. He's putting up the points. Andreas Janssen, then he scored his 6th, assisted by William Nylander and Morgan Riley. Janssen was good tonight, and he scored again, of course, his 7th. And, one of those goals, I thought it was funny. I actually thought that Nylander was going to get credit for the goal, and I don't know if they're going to look into it and still give him credit for it, but it looked like his stick might have been the last thing to touch it because he pushed Janssen's skate into the net for that one to go in. So I guess Nylander gets an assist in both areas there because he really did assist that goal to go in. But Janssen had a couple tonight. If that one is going to count for him, I'm sure it will. The first ones were, like I said, assisted by Nylander and Riley. The second set of assists were Spezza and Kapanen. So a lot of people getting on the score sheet tonight. Austin Matthews didn't. He still had some good chances, but I thought that Janssen and Nylander were quite good on that line. Like I said, the shots were 54-25, faceoffs 31-25. The Leafs had 10 giveaways. Detroit had 9. Funny enough, and that's what the score was. Detroit had 11 block shots because the Leafs were peppering it. The Leafs had 5. The hits, Red Wings were 25-14. But like I said, you can get out muscled, but as long as you win in the scoreboard, that's all that counts. The Leafs didn't take a penalty tonight, which was really impressive. Might be more impressive than the win in itself. The power play was 1 for 1, so that power play is still working, which is really good. Takeaways, the Leafs had 3, Detroit had 2. So again, the Leafs were able to get the puck back and recover from some of their giveaways, but still 10 giveaways is not good, even with a 6-0 victory. I'm sure Sheldon Keefe is praising the boys tonight, but saying, hey, let's minimize those giveaways, and maybe we could have 8 goals or 9 goals. Who knows what minimizing giveaways can do. So regardless, they put up a 0. Freddie Anderson with a big night, 25 saves. Bunch of guys getting multiple points. Barry, Janssen, Nylander, everybody getting on the score sheet except for, a few guys on the team. But great win. The Leafs have a couple days off now, I believe. I'm going to check the schedule while we're sitting here. But again, like I said, just a great game. This is the type of game you want to watch, where your team is really honed in and scoring a bunch of goals. Okay, so they play Friday against Buffalo at 4, so that's an early one, considering usually they're on at 7. And then Saturday they play at 7 p.m. Against Buffalo again. So home and home. So the Leafs will finally get back on home ice on Saturday. We'll have to see who plays. I guess it doesn't really matter if Hutchinson starts the first one and Freddie plays the next, because it's the same team. So we'll have to see who plays which game. Honestly, I think it'd be cool to let Freddie play at the 4 o'clock one, or I don't know. We'll have to see which area they go in, but. Going to be good against Buffalo. They're struggling right now. They just got a point in overtime, I believe, and we'll see, against Calgary. So we'll have to see how they come into this game. They're going to be fired up. So again, Leafs 6-0 victory. Great game. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.